So, hello friends, again, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you know, guys, I am reading a novel. So, right now, I am discussing the summary of chapter number 11. And before starting this, I hope you have seen my previous video and you will definitely like it and also subscribe to my channel. And in this 11th chapter, it describe Jenny got his degree, and on the next day, Oliver gets his degree from Harvard Yard College, and it's also depict and this chapter also depict the wedding view of Jennifer Cavallari and Oliver Barrett, and they both finally get married. So let's start with me. Uh, Jenny was awarded her degree on Wednesday, and all short of relatives from Cranston. Cranston is the name of village from where Jenny lives, from where Jenny comes from. And now, before the arrangement of wedding, Oliver was not introduced as her fiance, and Jenny wore no ring. This so none that would be offended about missing our wedding, about missing our wedding. And Jenny said to Aunt Clara, this is my boyfriend, this Oliver. And Jenny also added, he's not a college graduate. There was a whispering and even overt speculation, but the relatives could pry on specific information from either of us or from Phil, and who I guess was happy to avoid, who Oliver guess was happy to avoid a discussion of love among the atheists. And and on Thursday, on the next day, Jenny got his degree on Wednesday. Now Oliver gets his degree on Wednesday. On Jenny gets her degree on Wednesday and Oliver gets her degree on Thursday. So on Thursday, Oliver said, I become Jenny's academic equal, receiving my degree from Harvard College. And moreover, Oliver was class marshal and in this capacity, got to leading the graduating seniors to their seat, and this meant walking ahead of even the humans and super brains. Oliver is more than Jenny. It's described, and so now the description of a wedding view is begin. Uh, 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 Oliver was thinking, I have no idea whether my father was present. More than 17,000 people jam into Harvard Yard or cement morning. More than Harvard people came from more than 17,000 people came from Harvard, and Harvard is a place where Oliver lives. Uh, so I was thinking whether my father was present or not, and so now he said, I certainly was not scanning the rows with binoculars. Obviously, I had used my allotted parent tickets for Phil and Jenny. And of course, as an alumni, old Stony Face, who is the father of Oliver, and he said, Oliver said, old Stony Face could enter and sit with a class of 26, but then why should he want to? Uh, so now the wedding was that Sunday. Our reason for excluding Jenny's relatives was that of genuine concern that our omission of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost would make the occasion far too trying to unlapsed Catholic. It was the wedding was in an old building in the northern of Harvard Yard, and Timothy Bellut, the college Unitarian chaplain, uh, control to control a meeting or event, to control he controlling the wedding of Jennifer Cavallari and Oliver Barrett. Naturally, Ray Stratton was her was his was Oliver's classmate. So Ray Stratton was there, and Oliver was also invited. Jeremy Nahon, a good friend from the exterior days, who had taken a honest over Harvard. Jenny asked a girlfriend from Bridges Hall, and maybe for sentimental reason, Jenny Oliver was thinking, and hmm, her tall, clumsy colleagues at a reverse book desk, and of course Phil. Uh, Oliver put Ray Stratton in charge of Phil just to keep him as loose as possible. Note that Stratton was all that calm, and the pair of them stood there. Uh, pair of them means Oliver Barrett and Jennifer Cavalieri were stood there, looking tremendously uncomfortable, each silently strengthened the other's opinion, formed without educate information, and Jennifer's father Phil referred to it do it yourself wedding, and Stratton keep predicting as incredible horror show. So this type of thinking was going on there, and just because Jenny and Oliver were going to address a few words directly to one another, and uh, they had actually seen it done earlier that spring when one of Jenny's musical friends, Myra, married a design student named Erich Levinson. It was a very beautiful thing and really sold. It was a very beautiful thing. So uh, they both are going to recite a poem to each other. So you can imagine how beautiful the view was there. Uh, Mr. Belwood said, "Are you two ready?" Oliver said, "Yes, for both of us and friends." Mr. Belwood said, "Friends, uh, we are here to witness the union of two lives in the marriage. Let us listen to the words they have chosen to read on the scared occasion, on religious occasion. Um, the bride first. Jenny stood facing me and recited the poem she had selected. It was very moving, perhaps especially to me, because it was a sonnet of Elizabeth Barrett. A sonnet is a poem of 14 lines, as you know, guys. Uh, so the poem is when our two souls stand up erect and strong, face to face, silent, drawing nigh and nigher, until the lengthening wings break into fire. From the corner of Oliver's eye, Oliver saw Phil Cavallari, pale, slake-jacked eyes, white with amusement, adoption combined. We listened to Jenny finish the sonnet, which was in it a way of which was in its way a kind of prayer for a place to stand and a love and for a day, with darkness and the death over rounding it. Now Oliver's now uh, the Oliver's turn. It had been hard finding a piece of poetry for Oliver, and he could read without blushing. I could. Means he could not stand there and recite lace doily phrases. He couldn't, but a section of Walt Whitman's Song of the Open Road, thinking through kind of brief, said it all for me. Oliver said, I gave you my hand. I gave you my hand. I gave you my love, more precious than money. I gave you myself before preaching or law. Will you give me yourself? Will you come travel with me? Shall we stick by each other as long as we live? So this was the poem recited by the Oliver, and so nice than Jenny, I think. So now, guys, They finished, and there were a wonderful hush in the room. And the Andre Stratton handed me the ring. And then Jenny and Oliver recited the marriage vows, taking each other from the day forward to love and cherish, and having a feeling of loving and caring with each other till death. So yeah, this is the wedding of Oliver Barrett and Jennifer Cavalieri, and now. Jenny and Oliver had absolutely rejected the campaign route since there were so few of us. We could all fit into one booth. So they went to drink beer at Grenon. As Oliver recalled, Jim Cronin himself set us. Jim Cronin was also set with a round and the greatest Harvard hockey player he is. And after all short of blessing, Oliver got onto the bus, and they waited and waved until it drove out of sight. It was then that the awesome truth started to get to me. Jenny, we are legally married, Oliver said to Jenny. Jenny said, "Yeah, now I can be a bitch." So thank you, friends. I hope you will really like while listening. So this is from me. If you want any novel, I will read for you. So please send it to comment me below. So thank you, friends.